if there's anything I could change about the league to make it better, probably just all the guys sitting resting.
Spending money like it's nothing. I don't have a budget.
What up, YouTube? We're back at the SOG Network. Two of the Bayou City boys. Caleb's out running around town or something. We're here to talk about some NBA though. It's coming down to the wire. Eastern Conference, Western Conference. You're getting your ranks in, your play-in tournaments in. We just got done with probably one of the worst All-Star games ever.
I remember when I was growing up, All-Star Weekend was like almost as important as Christmas. Like I literally didn't care about it this year. Like I didn't care at all. It's just not fun anymore. It's not competitive. This shit sucked.
It was embarrassing to like see players just standing around watching one-on-ones like the whole time. I was like, I remember Allen Iverson and Kobe going at it and Kevin Garnett blocking shots. And it was just like, I remember all that. And that's why I like basketball. And this, I was like, I'm not wasting my Sunday on this.
I mean, I watched it. Don't get me wrong. It was fun to see him shooting all those 3-pointers and making them. I get that's kind of fun, but it's like, what happened to the dunks? What happened to, like you said, the more one-on-one stuff? Like, we don't have to play team basketball, but somebody check me. You know, let me try to put you on a poster. It was just, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was even worse than like a friendly exhibition game. Like, and people paid for this. This was what
I just
paid for.
I just feel like if you look at the actual All-Star game, right? Like, no Durant, no Curry, no Harden, like that kind of group of guys who were like running the league for a while. None of them were there. It was all the young boys. You know what I mean? Giannis didn't play much. LeBron didn't play the second, and all these young dudes play the same. So that I think that's why it's so damn boring to me.
Yeah. I guess speaking on like a lot of these guys, the big talk for the league is load management. I know that's what a lot of people have been talking about, and I mean, you got players. Anthony Edwards came out. He basically did a quote unquote of Kobe Bryant, like, you know, hey, people come to see us, y'all need to play. And then Draymond spoke on it also, and he was just like, I get, you know, the young fella, and I agree, we need to play. He goes, but also me being a guy that's played like in every playoffs, I've played a few extra seasons than you have. Like, and so,
I understand that, but he's still right. Edwards is right. It's like, we come to see you. I'm not saying go play 42 minutes.
Yeah.
But you can give me something. You know what I mean? I feel that way as a fan. I mean, I get where Draymond's coming from. What he really meant to say is like, your ass ain't going to be there in the playoffs, so you don't understand that we're trying to save our energy. I get that part too. But, you know, like, give me 20 minutes, bro.
It is kind of like, I don't agree with load management. Like growing up, I used to see even the worst players out there playing, and I think 19 players so far this season have played every game. So it's possible.
If it's because I feel like it's a slap in the face, like you're insulting our intelligence. You know what I mean? Because you know our dumb ass is gonna come back and watch anyway. So you do it. But like, to me, load management means like, oh, it's April, we're 10 games from the playoffs and we're not losing our spot. So I can load manage now, you know? But don't do it in December.
Yeah, you had guys like, oh, we're playing the Pistons, the Magic, and the Rockets. I'm gonna rest these games. And it's just like, you don't know if somebody flew in from another country or even from that city, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna see, you know, LeBron James, I'm gonna see Luka, I'm gonna see Joker, and you're on the bench. Like,
but don't you feel like that's also a business decision for the better team? Like, how are we supposed to get people to buy tickets if the other team's stars don't want to play when they come here? You know?
Exactly. And I think that's a big thing where I think when a CBA comes out, I think a lot of owners are going to be pretty mad because I know Stephen A said it. He goes, it's like you have guys that are like, okay, I have 4 years, and they're not thinking of these 4 years. They're thinking of, well, after these 4 years, I need to get a new contract. So I need to think ahead. And it's like, you're not even fulfilling your contract now. You're basically stealing money if we're being 100% about it.
You're almost doing Chandler Parsons stuff, except you show up to play every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like I'm such a Kawhi fan, but what he does is just like, bro, I can't support you, you know?
I forget I don't even know when he plays and doesn't play. Like this.
That's the thing, bro. It's like when Kawhi's at his best, he's a top 2 or 3 player in the world. You know,
Yeah.
He might be one of the only people who could shut anybody down. So I don't know. I just thought he had more in him, and it just feels like he's playing Kenyon Martin said this at the slam dunk contest about his son. He said, I'm teaching him how to play the game the right way, and the game is not basketball. It's being a professional basketball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maximizing everything to your benefit. And I was like, that's fine and all. I'm not trying to knock you for chasing money or doing what you feel like is best for your career, but realize that it's not at the expense of anything else other than the fan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who really hurts. I mean, I saw a few signs from from fans. They were like, I flew all the way over here to see Steph Curry sit on the bench. Hell yeah. One of the guys was like, I came all the way from Japan to see you, LeBron, and it was one of the days he was resting. Like,
that's why you kind of got to show love to people like KD. Like, you never have to talk that dude into hooping. He's just a real hooper, you know?
And like, that's one thing he said. Like, KD's like, we get paid to play basketball. Like, yes, it's our life, but you like it. So, I mean, it's not many people can have their career of what they like doing. Like,
making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. And it's just like, I get the fact, like, and everybody's like, oh, analytically, medically, you know, it makes more sense, this and that. But I'm like, y'all have more injuries this year than y'all have had ever. I go, how does that even add up then? Like, something's not adding up here. Is it because y'all are resting too much and you're trying to push your body too much? I mean, we've seen that when people come back from injuries and they force themselves too fast and then they get re-injured or they make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, what are y'all doing? There's something wrong here. Like, I don't have to be a medical scientist or medical doctor to know these things, and there's something wrong here.
I for the life can't figure out how everybody keeps getting hurt if nobody plays defense. It's like, what are you doing to get hurt?
I guess when they jump, I don't know, the shoes that the multicolored different shoes they're switching in between. That one game, PJ Tucker switched between like 8 shoes. I'm like, dog, like, what are you doing? None of them are gonna help you play better, bro. You're at the end of the career. Just stop. Like,
I think it's the food they eat. Like, get away from all that healthy stuff and eat like men. You know what I'm saying? Like the.
I mean, Anthony Edwards out there eating. What do you say he eats? Was it Popeyes or?
Yeah, Popeyes.
Yeah, and Karl Anthony Towns like, I'm tired of hearing about that, man. It's, you know, but look who's playing still.
I was about to say, who's the leader of that team? Who's the best player on that team? Who's sitting his ass on the bench?
It's like, man, I was like, I don't know. I mean, Chris Paul went full vegan. He's been injured almost every season. So it's like, I get it from standpoints of it, but I also think, like, I don't know. I saw an article and they were like, when is a cheat meal too much in the NBA? And I was like, are we really talking about, like, somebody wrote a whole article on this? Like, are we really talking about this? Like,
Shaq said he ate McDonald's before every game. Or Chuck, yeah, Chuck said he ate McDonald's. Yeah. He's like 2 filet of fish or 2 Big Macs and a Diet Coke. I was like, come on with it. You know what I mean?
It's like,
eat that shit, run it off, take a dump, and let's go. We'll do it again tomorrow.
It's like routines, man, routines. Yeah, I don't know. I hope
they're just soft. There's a soft ass generation.
Yeah, this generation's very of basketball is very weird. It's
that's why I like. There's some players in this league who are so good, and they just shut up. Like, I'm a John Morant fan, but even as a John Morant fan, he gets annoying sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
About to bring him up.
Like, I could say that. Like, he's a little bit annoying, and on the flip side of that is you have a player who might be just as good in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not a peep. Nothing. Averaging 31 and not a peep. You know what I mean? So it's weird. I don't know if it's because he's Canadian. I don't know.